Hello. My name is Paulina, and this is my channel, Paulina Art Stuff. This is my first video, and today we're gonna color this page, and it is from the book Mythographic Magical Earth by Joseph Catimbang. As you can see, I already started with the background, and I already picked the colors for the jellyfish and the goldfish, I assume. I've got them all laid out down here, and well, I'm very nervous since it's my first video, and my planning on what I'm gonna show on this channel is some real life color alongs in real time. So that's what we're gonna do today. So let's start. I'm gonna start with yellow, which is Faber-Castell Polychromos 185. But since you can see, I'm really shaky, so that's why I'm gonna put it in here so I can hold it much better. I'm putting it in the wrong way. Hold up. This is not going the right way. The other way. So, see? Now it's much thicker and I'm much less shaky. So now we can finally start coloring. My plan on this is to start light in the middle and then go darker with pinks and orange and reds to the sides. And the same you can see over here, like a nice gradient. But it's now really light, so I'm gonna make it a lot darker. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and hopefully we're gonna finish this page together. So I hope you enjoy, and let's start. As you can see, the polychromos work really nice on this paper. They lay down really smooth and easy, which is nice on my hands. I'm just gonna go with what I feel is pretty. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just however I feel what I color. I want to keep like these shapes. I want to keep them in these tones. As you can see, this was 185. This is 111. Cadmium orange. Then we have 117 cadmium road. No, I'm saying that wrong. Light cadmium red. And then the last one in the reds, we have 121, which is a pale geranium lake. That's a hard one to pronounce. But we will continue with those in a second, once we've done the yellow. So let's continue. Well, since this is my first video, I wanted to introduce myself a little bit. As I already told you, my name is Paulina. I live in the Netherlands, and I live in an apartment or flat together with my cat Spooky, or Spooky in Dutch, which means like little ghosty. She's 6 years old and she's black, and I love her very much. So there is a chance that she's visiting, but if that happens, I will just pause so we can cuddle a bit and then we will continue. I hope you can see everything I do. Let's check. Yeah, everything's in screen. I'm 36 years old, and I've been coloring my entire life. Well, I'm actually an artist, and I used to just only draw a lot. I literally drew from the moment I could hold a pencil, as my mom would tell me. And that's what I did every day after school, when I got home. or whenever I was bored in class. I also sometimes drew, not a lot, but I did draw a bit. But that was really fun. But at some point I got ill, and well, that's why my hands are really, well, they're less shaky now. I got a neurological disorder, which causes me to have tremor, as you can see, the shakiness, and also a loss of strength in my hands. So I've got a lot of trouble holding fine things, because then I just drop them, basically. So this helps me hold the pencil without dropping it, because it's a lot bigger. But that also caused me not being able to draw at all for, I think, maybe more than a year or so, which was really well, hard for me, because I love drawing and coloring. But luckily, as you can see, I can color again. I've recently had some change in my pain medication, which caused a big improvement for my hands. So now I'm actually able to color again, which made me really happy, as you can imagine. I also have picked up drawing again from time to time. I try to do it regularly, at least once a week. But yeah, some days go better than others. But yeah, I rediscovered my love of coloring again. But I do not have a lot of coloring books, because I only started discovering them this year, beginning of this year to be exact, because that's when I started my new medication. And well, I've gone a bit nuts with buying coloring books. So by now I've got around, I think, 40 books. And I love them all. Most of them are Japanese or Korean books. And a lot of cute animals, because that's really what I love to do, cutesy stuff. This is actually a bit, well, on the edge of what I like to color. This is like really realistic kind of imagery. Like, as you can see, it's rabbits. It's more lifelike, realistic style. But yeah, at first I was like, mythographic. Is that really what I like? Well, until I saw like the cutesy Joseph Catimbang drawings, I was like, yes, I do like this. But like, this one is not really my thing, because I don't like coloring people. But this is okay, I will make it. But this one I love, with a girl with a violin. Even though it's realistic, it's well, I don't know how to call it. It's has enough variation so that it's interesting enough to color. I actually picked this page because of Mermaid. Well, the Little Mermaid, and what was the other hashtags? I believe it was from Geordie Colors. Am I correct? I don't know. There was a hashtag for Mythographic, and there were also hashtags for Color the Fairy Tales 2025, and one of the hashtags were underwater animals, I believe. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing right here. And a boat. Well, this is not a boat, but the previous one I did last week, which was also for this prompt. Let me see, it was an aviary. I will show you this book. That one I also did for the Color the Fairy Tales. See, that has a boat. At least that's what I made of it. And sea turtles, so sea creatures. So that counts. As you can see, I did this one on the 6th of May. And I actually didn't realize the turtles have wings. So I was coloring the background, and I picked my greens, which is not my usual color to color with. But I started like in the back, so that I went from dark to light, because that was the plan, so that she really was the center of the picture. And then I was coloring and I didn't notice the wings, and I just went around them like this. And then at some point I had the background colors and I look at those turtles and I see wings on them, like, oh no, what to do now? So in the end, I decided to keep them in the greens and blues of the water so that they wouldn't catch much attention. And I love it. Unfortunately, now the flower on this turtle actually doesn't pop out anymore. So I should have actually switched those around, but they were already colored before I colored the turtles. But yeah, this is the other book I have of Joseph Catimbang, and a really cute page. So I just wanted to show that. So let me put it back on my shelf. There we go. Okay, let's continue with this one. So I hope you enjoy seeing this, how I color these things. I did a color along, no, not a color along, a body color. That's how they call it. I did my very first one last month with Color and Create with Jana, and also with JI colorist Jordi. And one was in the apple coloring book, which I don't have here, so I can't reach it. It was actually a page with cute baby bunnies, and I just loved how Jordi made her colors, her bunnies in different colors. I did think about doing that, but I love to follow the reference pictures in the Apple books. That's actually what I prefer in those, because every other book I have to pick my own colors, which sometimes can be hard, as we all know. That's actually the hardest part, in my opinion. Well, I think I like it like this. So I'm not sure what to do with the girl just yet, but we will see later. So we're going to switch this one out. And we're going to take Faber-Castell Polychromos 111 Cadmium Orange. I'm going to put it in here so we can color nice. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, I really love the body color, and I hope to do many more. So I've had my taste, so to speak, and I love it. I don't want to go back. But yeah, as I said, I used to be an artist. Well, I still am, but I'm not active in such that I sell anything. I used to do commissions. Some of them, not many, but I didn't really like to do those because I was more coloring, or drawing, I should say, not coloring. I was drawing in black and white, and they were more realistic, like really photorealistic drawings. And I did them for family or friends or people at work. And I loved doing it, but it was really stressful because you never know if people are gonna like what you do. So I stopped doing those. And yeah, then I couldn't draw at all, of course, as I just told you. And now that I actually can draw, I draw a lot of cutesy stuff, like little girls, cute little fluffy animals, whatever I feel like, basically. I will show you some of it if you like. Just let me know if you would like to see some of them. I think I'm gonna give you a little preview because I just can't not show you anything. Let me show you some. This is my my finished pages sketchbook. It's actually from Bailey J. Well, as you can see, this is actually a really old drawing of mine in 2022. So yeah, that was around the time when I started drawing again. And as you can see, I went straight into mermaid. And I love using really bright colors with my Copic markers, because at that time I was not able to use my coloring pencils which are actually my most favorite medium to use. And yeah, as you can see, they're all cutesy and easy. Not too much background. I don't love backgrounds. I prefer to just avoid them entirely. But yeah, these need a background. Yeah, I tried to make a dark skin, but she turned out really pinkish. Not my favorite page, but still cute. Makes me smile. This one was inspired by the Peter Pan movie when they go look at those fairies. It's really cute. This one is my favorite. Not much to say, but yeah, that's also my YouTube picture, I believe. My thumbnail. And then we got this one with the cute little seahorses. This is also one of my favorites. Also from the same year. Then later in the year, there was a redraw hashtag from, I don't know where it was from. I probably have it in my sketchbook, but these are just finished pages. This was the next year, 2023, which is also really cute. But at the time, I forgot her teeth. And I was like, why is it looking so weird? Until I found out that she was missing teeth, so she was teethless. It was really funny. But yeah, cute nonetheless. Yeah. So let's flip a little bit faster, because we're not here for my art. But yeah, this is around the time when everything fell apart again, because my hands were too painful and just stopped coloring. This is from this year, from Mermaid 2025. I didn't participate in Mermaid 2024 because that was the year my old cat died. And I was really sad, because he was really my buddy. He was with me every day and night, and it makes me really sad thinking about him. So let's move along. Then I bought a lot of Ohuo markers, I think, because here are the swatches. Let's move on. Yeah, this one is also from this year, and I actually added some shimmer. I'm not sure if you can see. I don't like it, but yeah, I just had my new watercolors with shimmer effects, and I just wanted to test them out. Well, this one is the last one for this year. I'm actually planning on making some more. I really love the turtle on this one, a little fishy. But yeah, this is the next one, which still needs to be colored. As you can see, I drew it in with pencils. I want her to be a redhead with freckles. Really cute. But yeah, I'm not going to show anymore. Let's go back to coloring. Let's put this back. But yeah, that's what I love to draw when I do draw. And otherwise I draw cute little animals, which is in my Inktober sketchbook, which is basically all the drawings for ink, basically. As you can see, they are just, fluffy animals. See? This was from last year. I really love this one. I'm not sure if you can see all of it. Let me see. Yeah, you can see everything. Let's see. This one was from, I think, 2024. No, 2023. I've done these challenges quite a lot. I've been doing it, I think, since 2020 or 2019. I'm not really sure. Let me see. 2022. At least these are. But I've got at least 2 more sketchbooks with Inktober drawings. But as you can see, this one were a lot simpler in 2022 when I just started working again on my drawing. But yeah, as you can see, they're all fluffy little animals or cute girls. So, okay, that's enough for now. I don't have much more to show anyway. So let's continue with the cadmium red. I've already done those. Let's make these a little bit darker as well. I'm not gonna edit these videos because that just takes a lot of time and effort, and I rather spend that time coloring, as many of you probably understand. So I hope that's okay. We will see. So yeah, that's what I like to do now. I spend a lot of time coloring every day if I can. And yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section and I will try to answer them. I mainly decided on starting this channel because I really like coloring with other people or seeing what other people do with the same page. Because yeah, I know my coloring is a lot different than most, I think. I'm not sure because I haven't seen that much coloring, but yeah, I assume not everybody colors like I do. But yeah, I love seeing the differences and it gives me ideas for new pages, which is like the most fun part of body coloring, seeing what the other person does. So yeah, that's what I hope to achieve. Meet people that also love coloring and like to share some of their coloring journey with me. Because that's what I love most. Let me see. Need a little bit more here. As you can see, I leave parts white for the highlights. I usually don't color my highlights. I literally leave the paper white or cream or whatever the paper is. This paper is really white. It's also really, well, it is smooth, but it has a little bit of tooth. As you can see here in the background, you can still see some tooth of the paper, which I prefer. I hate making it shiny. When you put so much pencil on it, it's just like, when you do like this, all you see is wax or oil or whatever it's made of. These are mostly oil-based pencils, but there's still wax in them as well. So if you layer too much, you get this really shiny layer, and I don't like that look. I like the color, but I don't like the shiny aspect of it. So I prefer to keep it simple, as little as possible layers, so that you don't get the shiny wax look, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this side is good. Let's continue with this side because yeah, this should be a little bit darker compared to that one. We can always go back if I feel it's too light. Yeah, I like this. Let's continue here. Usually want to go make it a little bit darker on the top again, because will go underneath. So I do want it a bit darker. We do want to keep those highlights. As you can see, I really work color by color, and I don't switch much between them while doing it. Yeah. I actually had an inspiration picture for this one, for the colors. Let me see if I can show you it on my tablet. I will have a quick look if I can find it. Let me see. Let me just find it for you real quick. It's a jellyfish. Let me see, jellyfish. I think this is what I googled. It was an art piece by this one. It's an art piece of someone. Let me see if you can see that. I'm not sure if you can tell. I'll do it like this. But yeah, there were really bright pinks and purples. Mine will probably be more on the pinkish side than purple, but this was my inspiration for these colors. But I love them a lot lighter, so there's not as dark as this one. But I prefer it lighter than dark. But I still made some parts really black, bluish, not completely black. It's black with what's the color name? Let me see. With dark indigo. That's that one in the back. That's the darkest I went because I didn't want completely black. So it's black and indigo, dark indigo. So yeah, that's how I picked my colors based on that picture. And of course I added my favorites, as you can see here. Nice pinks. I love my pinks. I think my most favorite colors to use are pinks, purples, turquoise and blue. I love those colors. But yes, sometimes you just need to change it up a little bit. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just like the one with the turtle page, I picked greens, which are definitely my least favorite color, including orange. I don't like orange either. So, but this light one is good. This one I can handle. But really like bright orange, no thank you. I prefer my light orange that I can manage. As you can see, Joseph Catimbang made these marks, so to indicate where the shadows are. I do follow them here and there, but I don't follow all of them. As you can see, I've got half of them colored and half of them are not colored. I just do whatever I like, basically. I just do whatever I feel is best for that part of the page. Wow, what more to tell you? I used to work in the lab in the hospitals, but also in chemical companies. I went to university to do research or laboratory work, both on a medical point as a chemical point, which is not really common. Most people do one or the other. They either go for the chemical side, like chemistry, and other people just choose the medical side, which is mainly when you send in a blood sample or you have to pee in a bottle, that kind of tests. Well, I've been schooled for both, and I used to work for both until I got too sick to work. But yeah, I loved my work at the lab. I'm actually pretty sad that I can't do that anymore. It was really fun when I was able to do it. So I'm glad I had that experience of just a couple of years of work. But yeah, that's what I did. I have my bachelor and my master's degree in it. So I actually did some research at the university in Amsterdam. But I've worked in several hospitals in the whole of Netherlands, including the north. Yeah, well, there are plenty of hospitals that do research. I visited a lot of them while I was still in college, or university I should say, because you have to do internships. So yeah, that's when I visited a lot of them. Yeah, I think I like it like this. So let's continue. Do I want orange in her hair? I don't know. Let's keep that empty for now. Let's look at that later. My shakiness has cleared up a little bit because I'm a little bit less nervous. So let me tell you this color. 117 light cadmium red. So yeah, it's a shade darker than these two, as you can see. It's a pretty orangey red, not quite red but close to it, because I don't like the bright orange, so I skipped the bright orange. So yeah, we're gonna color with this one just a little further, because otherwise I can't grab it like this. Okay, yeah, let's start with the fish. I want to keep this on the body of the fish, and I'm planning on making the fins and the tails like bright purple to dark purple, I think. I'm not sure yet. I think I want to do that on the tails and not on the scales. I love having this really goldfish look on them. Not sure if they are meant to be goldfish, but I decided they are goldfish. So they will be a goldfish. It's my coloring book after all, so I can decide what they will be. That's what I like about it. Just pick what you like. Uh-oh, we're gonna have a guest. This is spooky. I'm gonna pause. Okay, I'm back. I just had to cuddle with my my cat. Now my whole page is full of hairs. Okay, I think they're off. Let me use this. I think they're all off now. Okay, where were we? The fish. Yeah. Even more hairs. Oh no. Oh, they're all smudges on the page edge, but we've got an eraser for that. I'll do that at the end when I'm done. As you can see, I tried to put darker on the inner edge of the scales, so that they have more of a 3D effect and more shiny effect. I don't I see a lot of people that put in like the lightest colors first on the whole fish in this case, and then they go on top with a darker one and another one and another one. So that means you've got a lot of layers, which again, my hated topic, shiny wax look. And to prevent that, I literally just color only parts of it, and I literally skip doing the whole thing. So I go immediately in with the color I want. In this case, this orange red. Okay, next fish. I want to make it really dark red on the bottom of his chin, beak. How do you call that with a fish? This part. I don't really do it with what I did here. I don't do with all the scales because these are really big, but these are a lot smaller, so I don't really care. So I just go over it like this. I'm not really worried about it. As you can see. Next. No. Nee, Spooky. Nee. Nu even niet. Nee. Okay. She wants more cuddles. Ga maar daar liggen. Doe maar. Ga maar liggen. Hier liggen. Niet op de kleurplaat. Spooky. Nee. Kom maar. Je mag hier zitten, schat. Ja, doe maar liggen. Well, I hope she's gonna lay down. Because otherwise I gotta pause again. I hope she made it clear. Oh, Snoopy. Spooky. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. That took a little bit longer than expected. She wanted a lot more cuddles and some snacks. Tiny fishy. So cute. So yeah, I hope the sound is okay. Because I'm recording this on my phone, so I've got no idea how it's gonna sound. I hope it's fine, but you never know. Yeah. Okay, yeah, 2 more fishies. I'm making the light source come straight from above. Therefore, most fishes have it like from the top. But it's not completely correct, because there should be more shadows on this side if it comes like this. Because you can't have it both that way and that way. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's pretty. I like it. This one has a bare belly. Oh, but that's that one as well. Oh, okay, I will figure it out when I get to it. Okay, let's put some here in as well. As you can see, I'm going in a lot darker than I was before. Am I still in frame? Yeah, I'm still in frame. Okay, good. And there's a hair on the end of my pencil. There we go. I'm planning on keeping these like yellow, orange, red, and then I want to do the background of the jellyfish with the main area. I want to do it from pink all the way to purple. So yeah, it's a little bit different than the inspiration picture I showed you, because I want to incorporate red. So yeah, I had to change it a little bit, but I think I like it. I hope it turns out. Probably will. It's already looking good. Not too much in the middle. Okay, just a little bit. And darker on top for the contrast. Nay, nay. That's my cat again. I'm not sure what she wants. She has had plenty of cuddles. She has had snacks, cuddles, everything she could ever wanted, but still she wants more. It's just like a magnet, you know, a coloring book. I mean, they just know when you take out your coloring book and your pencils, and they're like, yeah, let's go and lay down on mommy's coloring book. You know what I mean, when you're a cat person or a dog person. I'm not sure if dogs do the same thing, but I assume they do. But yeah, it's just like they know it. They come out whenever you finally sit down to color, and then they're like, yeah, like, no. No, she's off laying down somewhere else in the house, so we can color a little bit more. At this rate, I'm never gonna finish this today. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll just continue another day. Not that part. I'm not sure if I go too fast, but yeah, this is just the way I color. So if you want to see more of it, maybe you can slow it down. I know you can speed up, but I'm sure you can also slow down a little bit the footage. I'm not sure if it's needed, but who knows, maybe someone would like that. So yeah, this is what I want to do on my channel. I want to do real-time color alongs in all of my books. So yeah, I told you I've got 40 books, mainly Japanese and Korean books, because I like them the most. They are just like the cuddly storytime books with the cuddly animals. I'm not really a fan of most of the books with girls in them, or realistic ones. So this is the exception. But yeah, they're cute animals. So yeah, that's good. Okay. A little bit of this. Totally forgot those. And I colored outside of the line. Let's redo that part. Okay, I think that's fine. Maybe I want a little bit darker because there's too much of the yellow parts, but I can always go back in. Nee, spook, nee, nee. Toe, eraf. She's coming again. I hope she's gonna just lay down. Let's make a little space for her so she can lay down if she wants to. Not on top of the coloring book, please. Please don't do it again. Oh, she's going again. Good, good. We're safe. We're safe for now. Sometimes I just think they just do it because they're just like, yeah, this is the time for me and all the cuddles. I'm not gonna let mommy color in peace and quiet. Nope, I don't want red there. Sometimes that happens. But yeah, as you can see, you can erase most of it. And she's coming back for revenge. Oh no, please don't. No, she's moving on. Good. I might go in even darker in a bit, but I'm just adding it now where I feel like it needs it. But I'm not sure yet what to do. How dark I want it. If I want to keep it light like this, I might, because I like it. Not too much dark. Darker on the side. And goodness, the highlights. There I was saying, don't color the highlights. But on the sides I want less highlights, so these ones are also gonna disappear because I don't want them. Until this one, like this. Looks a lot more dimensional like this. So I do the same on this side. This one I do want to keep, at least some of it. Otherwise it's all the same. A little bit of variation is good. Not too much red, orangey, because we're gonna go into the pink soon. First the reds, of course, but after that we go into the pink. So I don't want to make it too red on this side. This part is also part of that one, but just a little bit of orangey red, not too much, because I wanna. Then I should do this one as well. Should I? No, because that's the same one as that. Okay, next color. Okay, we're going for the red, which is the one I can't pronounce. Pale Geranium Lake 121. So that one. It's more of a real red. Okay. Do I also want some purplish on the end? I'm not sure yet. Let's continue with the red. As you can see, no, you can't see yet. Is it a bit too close to the other one? Do I want darker? Let me see on the fish. Do I want a darker red? Maybe I do. Let me see. Let me pull out my pencil case, which is to the left of me. This one. This is darker. think it is. Let me have a swatch. It's a lot darker. Is that what I want? I think it is what I want. Yeah, we're gonna switch this one out, the 121. We're gonna switch. Oh, that's the one I'm putting back. This one I want to keep, and the 121 we're gonna put back where it belongs. Yep. Okay, let's put away the pencil case. There we go. Let's put this one in. That putting it there is dangerous. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Let me check which number. 219, Deep Scarlet Red. For anyone who wants to follow along. Nee, meisje. My cat. I'm not sure if you heard that, but yeah. Okay, let's put that to the side. Okay. Take 2. Yeah, that's much better. Much darker. Otherwise, I'm afraid it won't contrast against the bright purples we're going to add later. So, yeah, this is much better. But I should sharpen it a little bit. So let me pull out my sharpener. That's a Dala 133. I've got this thing. I should remove this, otherwise it doesn't work. Yeah, I've bought this pencil sharpener a long time ago. Still working, still going good, doing everything for me. That's a bit too low. Okay, there we go. Nice sharp point for the small details. Let's start with those before my point is gone again. It will slowly disappear. You can turn the pencil bit by bit every time you color a bit, so that the pencil goes down equally on each side, so you have to sharpen a lot less. It saves a lot of pencil if you do that. But yeah, I apply a lot more pressure when I do this, so this is actually a little bit painful. So I try to apply as least amount of pressure. Yeah, that's what I want to say. I don't like pressing hard, so that's also why if you don't want to press hard, you shouldn't take it here. You should take it here, but then it's like this and you've got less control. So I still do it like this, but yeah, sometimes that invites you to put more pressure and you don't want that. Nee, spook. Nee. Good job. Yeah, she's coming back every single time. But sometimes she needs to know that it's enough. Okay, let's do the top. Let's move my light a little bit. My camera is in the way of my light. Oh, the things you find out when you're filming. Okay. You can already see it coming together when you add darker colors. You're like, yeah, this looks good. Suddenly it starts to feel alive. Let's push those a little bit to the side so my hand can lay there, because I don't want to push you out of view. So instead we put the pencils a little bit to the side so my hand has a spot to lay down. Looking good. This is what I wanted. The other one was too light, the other red. This one is much better. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this color along. I do. Okay. So many of them. Didn't even realize there were so many on the sides. Oh, it's looking good. I want this one gone as well. Just this one, not the other ones. I don't want to keep those. Just on the side. Really nice and dark. Yep. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's squeeze my eyes a little bit to see if it's equal. Yeah, roughly. It needs a little bit more here. If you don't know if there's enough like dark and light, I pretend like I can't see anything, so I squeeze my eyes, so then it becomes a little bit blurry, and then you can see dark and light better. So then you know if it's equally divided on the page. And this side has more dark than this side, but I like it like this. So maybe a little bit here. I don't want to add too much. Okay, I think this is enough. A little bit on this one. Yeah, okay, let's move on to the body. Flick of the pencil. Like that. Yep. Now I really use the hash marks, hash lines. I'm not sure, to know where to shade. Just follow them mostly, not all of them, but most of them. Not too much. Yeah, that looks nice. A little bit there, there, underneath. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. Oh, the fish. I almost forgot the fish. Okay. The darkest on the bottom. As you can see, I just color the part that isn't colored yet, and I slightly go over the part that already is colored, just to blend it in a little bit. I don't like to blend till eternity. I prefer not to, but it's still like you can really see the different colors, but still it's going smoothly because you go over it a little bit. I decided to make the belly bright red as well. Okay, just like that. And then the fins we do later with a different color, but this one has less belly, so to be a little bit creative. So like that, not too much, just a little bit more. A little bit of a swoon. Okay, next one. Yeah, I'm still on screen. Okay, good. Yeah, that's a nice contrasting red. The other one was too pale. I want to keep that one, the highlight, because that really makes it pop. The dark in the other part. I think I want to keep that one as well, just a little bit of color. On this side I do want dark. Yeah. And 3 more fish. I won't say the last fish, but no, there are 3 more. Counting is hard. I'm not sure what that was, but it's gone now. Okay, next fish. And the last one. More scales. Let's call this a little bit to make it a little bit more like these. It's a bit high. Okay. Do I want to call that one? Yeah, I do. Just a tiny bit. I think I should make this a lot darker. I've not done the oranges on this one. I'm just gonna make it a lot darker, because otherwise it seems too much like this one. This side doesn't have it, as you can see. It's a bit weird, see? Like rounded, but this one should be probably here, but it's behind the whatever this is. Okay, remove that one. Now we're gonna go into the pinks. Let me see the lightest one. This is an ohuhu, so we do that one here. That's the one for the really bright pink. And then everything else is polychromos. This one is like a muted pink. And then we got this one. I'm not sure if I want this one. It's a bit too muted, a bit too purpley. This one is more purple. Then we got this one. It's really more like a reddish purple. Let's put them down before I drop them. And the last two pinks are purples. Faber-Castell. Yeah, and they, oh, that's a really bright one. Yeah, so that one should go there. So let's move it a little bit. Yeah, like this. And then I want to remove this one. Is that right? Or that one? That one. Yeah, this one. Okay, that one is gonna go. Okay, so we're gonna start with the lightest for this part, and I'm not sure if I want this one either. It's a bit too muted, so I'm gonna move that one as well. So we're gonna start with these two. I think I'm gonna start with this one because that's the lightest one. It's the Ohuhu pencil, so I'm gonna sharpen it first. Let's do that. Just a tiny little bit, like that, and also the one next to it. Okay, let's see if the other one needs. Yeah, that one needs a little bit as well. Let's do them all. Now we're busy. Then we don't have to do that later on because that's annoying. So let's get it out of the way. Okay, done. All done. Now we can color without pencil sharpening. This is an Ohuhu pencil, the Halaba, and it's pink 71. At first didn't like these pencils because they're not bad, but on certain papers they have a lot of crumbs. So if you just do lightly, see, it doesn't give as much color as the polychromos do because they're not similar. They feel similar, but also not. They're a bit more chalky. No, that's not the right word. I'm not sure how to pronounce it or how to call it. But if you press really hard, you can see little crumbs. I'm not sure if you can see it, like they're on my fingers, see? And that's what I hate about it. So whatever you do, don't press too hard because then they have those crumbs, and if you want to remove them from your page, you either have to blow them off or use something else so it doesn't smudge. So keep that in mind. But yeah, they're lovely. Okay, let's start light. You can also hear the difference. See? You can hear them on the paper, different than these. These you barely hear, but these ones, yeah, this one you hear. So yeah, I want to make like a oval shape here, so roughly like this, because this is like my light source, so it should be a bit in the middle. So it's not this part that's the middle, it's roughly like there, but I want it a little bit more. I think I want to keep it till here, something like that, a bit more to the left. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Just going in. No regrets. Just go for it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. Sometimes it's just better to go by what you think is pretty than what is, well, correct in this case. Sometimes it's not correct, but who cares? As long as it's pretty, it is all good. So, a little bit there so it can blend in the next color. A little bit there. I don't like these pencils, but I love this color, so I have to go through it, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna... Do I want it here? Do I? Maybe a little bit here. That's pretty with a... to blend out those oranges. I hate those oranges. Maybe this is what it needs. Yeah, I like it. A little bit. Okay, not too much. And a little bit here because it's a bit too wide next to the bubble. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. See that it becomes a totally different color when you color it over a different one. Because this one, Faber-Castell Polychromos Dark Flash 130 is what is here. And when I put this one on top, you see, they blend. This one blends much better. Because if you do the same with this one, with Polychromos, you can blend, but it takes layers. It doesn't really smudge together like a Prismacolor, for instance. They're much harder. But yeah, it's just a different way of coloring. But I like these. I've never tried the Prismacolor, but what I can tell, they're really soft from what I've seen. But yeah, they're more difficult to get over here in Europe. So I just skip to my Polychromos because I can buy them open stock. So if I finish one, I can just buy a new one. Yeah, I like this. Let's continue. It's really nice and bright. Look at that. Oh yeah. That's pretty. I like it. Good thing I just went for it, huh? Sometimes you've got nice surprises. It's the first time I'm using it in combination like this. So this is even a surprise for me. Like, oh yeah, this is pretty. Nice surprise, right? Yeah. Okay, can also be too much, but I like it so much. Okay, enough. No more. Okay, I think I'm also gonna do it over there, but then I should first lay down that other one. So we're gonna put this one in. That's the Dark Flash 130 from Faber-Castell Polychromos. Let's will it also work the other way around? No. No, look, the difference. Definitely not. Okay, never mind. That's a shame. That would have been so pretty. Oh yeah, we will go back in with the other one later. I want to keep this pretty light around it. Yep. Yeah. Next, back to this one. The pink 71. Oh, let's see if it works like I think it works. It's probably not the same as what I laid down here. Maybe it's the one I put away. Well, too bad, huh? I'm not gonna take it back. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this. Darken it a little bit. I like that bright pink. That was really pretty. But it's too muted. No! I don't like it. Okay. This way I can hide it a little bit, as you can see. See? It's better. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I like it. It's already gone, the muted purple, pink, or pink. I did not like that muted pink. Okay, done with this one. Next victim. So we have those two. So next one up is this one. It's Polychromos Fuchsia 123. And there we go. That's a lot darker. So as you can see, we're going a lot darker. And that's what I want. So here we go. You see why I wanted a darker red, otherwise it doesn't show up. Now at least you can see the difference between them. Otherwise it would have just been one big blob. Now you have a contrast. It's not much, but now it's visible at least. I like this color. Really pretty. It's like a really nice in-between, between the purple and the pink. Fuchsia, fuchsia, however you say it. It's pretty. Okay. I'm not sure if I want it all the way, but I think I want it most of the way. Let's keep going until I think it's time for a different one. I want to keep the darker ones for the bottom. So there's a nice contrast between this and the bottom of the jellyfish. I want that a lot darker. Okay. Let me see how dark the next one is. Oh, this color is so much harder. Why am I doing this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I want it almost to the end with this one. It's so much easier with this tool. Then my whole hand can grab it instead of just my 2 fingers. It's almost like I'm like, oh, I can't hold it anymore. I can, but it takes a lot more effort. This makes it so much easier. And as you can see, it becomes really dark easily. Like if I'm doing like a light pressure like this, see, it's a lot lighter. But if I put like a medium pressure, so it's not painful for your hands, because that's the main issue most people have, that they press too hard and it hurts. So in order to prevent that, first, this is actually the dead grip, as people call it, because you do like press it. That's what you shouldn't do, and that's what most people do, including myself. But as you can see, I try to relax it, and I just try to like squeeze it a little bit more, so I've got more grip, and then I just use my arm like this instead of my wrist, so it will hurt less. So you have to practice it a little bit, but if you go over it multiple times, like this motion, I'll show it like here, like this motion, like up down up down up down, you move your arm like this a bit, instead of like this, your whole wrist is moving. That's painful at some point. So first I do like this, lightly. It doesn't have to be perfect. And if you just want to make this movement, then you go over it like this again. Then you already barely can see it. Then you go over it like that, just to make it darker. See how easy that goes? And then like this. Ta-da! But if you don't want to do that and you want to just keep it still like I do, you just do like this. And then you go over it like in circles. And then you can slowly make it darker. And then you also have less trouble with those streaks. That's the midway. It's easier on the hand most of the time to make the circles instead of the all the movement. But both are fine. Just depends on what you prefer, what is easier for your hand. Because as you can see, I do both. It doesn't really matter as long as it's smooth. As you can see, it's not smooth like completely, but smooth enough for it to be pretty. I do that to avoid hand pain. I don't want to make it like layer after layer and after layer that you're busy for the next 3 weeks. Because that's what happens if you want to work like a slow layer after layer. That's not what I want to do. Okay. So for this part I want to use the next one. So we're going to keep it that. And this part I didn't color so that this one picks up better. Because if you put the lighter one down, this one will also be lighter because it's already underneath. Sometimes you think, no, it's going to be darker. But this one is a lot darker. So if it's empty, it sometimes appears even darker. But that depends on the pencil. That's just a matter of doing it a lot until you know which pencil does what. But yeah, I've used these so many times, these pencils. Oh, I didn't even tell you what I used to color. I only told you what I drew. But yeah, when I did coloring, I actually colored a lot of Disney pictures. I was actually making my very own storybook with Disney stories. Snow White, The Little Mermaid, literally all of the classics basically, with the princesses, and Bambi, Lady and Tramp. But some stories I've started, others I've not. I used to have them in those file folders, and I would have like 2 or 3 movies per folder, and I would have stacks of paper in them with just sketches of storybook pages. Some had more, some had less, but I drew them in with pencil at first, and then I would go over with a gel pen, literally just a black gel pen, which is actually the most horrible thing to use, but I used a gel pen. I had no micron pens, and I also think that the micron pens, the tip that it has, a micron pen, like an 0.5, it's supposed to be really, really tiny, as you can see, but it flattens out. Oh, I bumped into you. And at some point, even if you want to make a straight line, I'm not sure if I can show you this. If you want to make a straight line, it just, see, it doesn't work. But if then I have to move it, because at some point it just doesn't, see? Then I have to hold it like this, then I get a straight line. But if I even move it, no. So that's the problem with these ones. If you press too hard, which I sometimes do, it's not, well, it's just because I can't hold it any different than this, then that happens. So I don't like them. But if I now erase it, see, nothing happens. But if I do the same thing with a calligraphy pen like this, and I put it down and I erase it, it becomes like a light gray. It's not black anymore. So I'm like, oh, I have to go over it again. It's just annoying. But yeah, I wish these pencils or these pens were better with the tip. Maybe I should use a bigger point to prevent that. But yeah, I used gel pens instead because they always work. I just went through a lot of them, so I bought them in bulk at some point. And then I erased the pencil underneath when I done the line work, those Disney drawings. And then I colored them in. And that's what I did day after day after day. That's literally all I did. I love them. I love my Disney. I'm a huge Disney lover. So yeah, that's what I used to color. No coloring books, just Disney, which I made myself. So yeah. So if you want to see those, I'm happy to show you. Just let me know. Yeah, we're still recording. I'm not sure how much footage my phone can handle. I'm not sure how long we're even recording. Can I see? I have no idea. I think about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm not sure how long these videos will be, but I hope to keep them under 2 hours each. Maybe I'll have to make them even shorter, but time will tell. I usually color about 1.5 hours, 2 hours each time I sit down. So that's probably the amount of time I will record. And maybe I'll have to edit some parts out, like when my cat comes to cuddle. I try to pause it, but yeah, sometimes she just doesn't want to leave, and then my phone battery goes down too quick, so I just shut it down. So I'll have to edit it, because then I will have 2 files instead of 1. So we will see how that goes, because I've never edited it before. So let's hope that will work out. Probably will, hopefully. And otherwise I can ask my sisters for help. My sister used to have a YouTube channel for a year. She used to play Minecraft. She made these lovely villages with mushroom houses. They were lovely. Okay, I like this. I think this part should be a little bit darker. And this. Sometimes you just have to go over it again, like I do now. because it's just not dark enough. Yeah, I think that will do it for now. Let's just quickly switch out to this one. This is middle purple dark. Oh no, middle purple pink. 125 dark. There was no dark in it. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the edges. It's not that much darker, but you can see it's a little bit more purple. Just a tiny bit, but it's easier on my hands because it's a little bit darker shade. So I just go over it again just to darken it a little bit more. But I don't want it too dark because the bottom part will be darker. So not too much. Look at that difference between the yellow and the purple pink. It's beautiful. I like it. It's just popping. I'm not sure how I feel about this whole white part in the middle, but we will just color everything and then I will have a look how it looks, and if it's fine then I'll just leave it. Otherwise I can go back in and make it a little bit darker, especially the yellow parts. I'm not sure if I like it that much. Okay, that is pretty. Okay, let's do the same in these parts, but then I have to switch back to this one, the 123 fuchsia. Come on. Yep. I'm gonna go over this part. I don't want too much variation in this, so it will blend to the background. This is not meant to stick out. This is what you want to stick out. But it's a really nice warm color now because of the pink we laid down. Is this part of the swing? No. I call it a swing. It's like those swing mills, you know, where you can like turning around, swinging. Is that a swing mill? I'm not sure. I call it a swing mill. I have no idea what it's called in English. I know a carousel, but that's not this. This is a swing in the form of a carousel, but then a fish, a jellyfish. It's fun. Lovely. You see how this is still purple, but it's also pink at the same time, and that's what I like about it. But because I made that one on the edge a bit pink, I should also do it here. Just a tiny bit, not too much. I'm not sure if this is already too much. Maybe a bit on the edge, like this. Just yeah, that's pretty. Not too much. No. And then we go full on, just like this one with this. So we keep it a bit equal on both sides. A little bit of shade because of this one. Not too much. Okay, this one. Mm. That one should be shaded because of this one should have a shade underneath. I didn't do that there, but I believe that the light is still hitting that one, but because this one is really like lower, I think there should be a shade. It's not always easy to know where to shade. I just do it with whatever feels right. Okay. So these ones I'm gonna blend in with the next color that we're gonna use next. So I don't wanna color it all in the same pinkish color. I just wanna put a layer down and then we will go over with the other one later. It's basically what I did here and here, but then with different colors. Just do it over and over again. But see this one, it's again that really nice bright pink purple that we get just by going over the Ohuhu. That's good to know, because that means that maybe I can put Ohuhu down from certain colors and then go over it with the polychromos, and it will blend really nicely into a different color that I don't own in polychromos. So I'll have to test that out. It's really interesting. At least I think it's interesting. Maybe you don't, but yeah. Polychromos has mostly muted colors, so having something brighter, or a little bit brighter, still muted but brighter, is nice. Okay. Then I think it's also time to do some of the jellyfish, the goldfish. Okay, the Ohuhu. We're gonna go for the Ohuhu because that made a really nice pink. So we're gonna light to dark or light dark to light. Let's go light to dark from the top. I think that's prettier than the other way around. I'm not sure. We will see. If it's not pretty, then so be it. Because I already laid it down. I'm just going for it. Who cares? It will be pretty, no matter how you do it. As you can see, I'm just quickly putting down the Ohuhu, which I will go over in a sec with the other color to make something like this. That will be so pretty, I hope. Sometimes you think you're doing something pretty and then it doesn't turn out as you want, but it can still be pretty. Not everything goes according to plan, but that's fine. I'm feeling that I'm getting into the groove because I'm speeding up. That's the moment I know what I'm doing, when I'm finally relaxed enough to actually color. And then it's like, you know, like all of a sudden I know what I want. You see, this one already has the color, so it's already making that pretty color. Oh, so wow. Yeah, nice. I love it. So pretty. I like it, but this one also has a little bit of purple, so yeah, it has a little bit of both. It doesn't matter. And then will be the odd one out. Who cares? It will be pretty. So pretty. I like them. I think it's a good choice to do pink and purples for the fins. Sometimes you just have to go with it. It doesn't always have to stick exactly to what you imagined at first. Just go by what you think is pretty, and we'll see if it really is at the end. Okay, that was the Ohuhu. Then I will go back to this one, the Fuchsia 123. Hoppa. Let's make them darker. Oh yeah, look at that. Just look at it. How pretty. Let's follow some of those shading areas. Not all of them, just some of them, to keep it interesting. I'm not sure if I want to do something with those eyes. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, they're a bit lighter than that one, but that's what I wanted. Let's do it like this. This angle is not really handy. We will make it work. I will make it work. We'll put the book back when I'm done. Look, it was only that part where this was hard on my hand. Just a tiny little bit. Okay, let's put it back so you can see a little bit more. I actually like the lighter parts, but I think I'm gonna put in a darker purple. I'm first gonna continue with the jellyfish once I've done this, just to see which shade I like best, because I don't want to make them too dark. I want them to be lighter than the jellyfish. This one has a big tail. A lot of colors. I'm not sure if I like that. This is the jellyfish. Not a big tail. Okay, never mind. I will go over it with darker colors anyway, so it doesn't matter. That was the big oopsie. Yeah, sometimes that happens, that you don't know what you're coloring until you do, and then you're like, no, that's not the fish. That's actually the jellyfish. That's funny. That's why I first colored the background, so that you can see what you actually need to pick colors for. That's why I kept the background quite dark and all in the same color family. Greens, blues, purple, or greens and blues, I mean. So that the purple and the pinks and the orange and yellows would really pop. Oh, I forgot this little fish. Oh no. Okay, I will have to go back for that one. Let's do it straight away, otherwise I will forget. Okay, let's put this one here. Let's take the Ohuhu pink. 71. Yeah. Let's do this little one. Aw, he feels left out. Poor little one. He's the cutest one. I like that one too. But he's cute. Can you even see him? Yeah, you can see him. Good. That would be a waste if all this time you wouldn't even see that small fish. Okay, back to the fuchsia 123. My favorite so far, I guess. Besides the ohuhu. I like it. Usually I don't, but in this one, yes, I love it. Usually I think it's a bit too muted of a color. So, yeah. But on this one, it actually is perfect. Yep. Is that his tail or is that background? I think it's his tail. Yeah, I think so. I'll have to darken that a little bit. Oh, it's a little bit too far. That happens all the time. But you can erase it. You can always erase it somewhat, not entirely, but most of it. Despite what people think. And no, I don't have an electric eraser. I only have the old-fashioned one. Because I don't like electric things. I also don't have an electric pencil sharpener. I only have the manual ones. That was that one. Let's see if I want this one. What did I say? I think I can skip this one. It's too similar now that I've layered them to that one. Next two on the list. That one is darker but brighter. I'm not sure if I should go straight to this one and then that one. I think that would be prettier than doing it in between because this one is a bit cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to with the Ohu one. Okay. Should I? Yeah. I'm going for it. Ohu Red Violet 59. Let's do this. If it's ugly, we will know it in a second. Let's start with the fish. Oh yeah, that's definitely pretty. Yeah. Good decision. Careful not to hit the scales. Those I want to keep light. Yeah, something like that. As you can see, I don't color every little bit, just to keep some contrast. It's just random. It's not really chosen or something. I just do whatever feels good at the time. And yeah. Look at that. That's pretty. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I made the right choice. Go with a darker one. They are too tiny to make too many color changes. That's pretty too, on top of the yellow. Make those little parts dark, because they're the overlapping parts. Yeah. Yep. Pretty. They don't crumb as much if you just put them lightly down. Don't press them too hard. Then they work fine, but be careful with smooth paper, because I used it on the Disney Hachette Heroes, the mystery books, like the Grand Classique, those kind of books, and they were terrible. Don't use them in those books. The paper is too smooth for the pencil, and you have to really like work on it, and no, just don't. It will hurt your hand, so don't do it. It won't be ugly, but you will have to work for it, and it will ruin your hand. I did it, and I regretted it. But yeah, once you start it, there's no going back. At least that's what I always tell myself. I could have picked the other one, but I just wanted to test them out. That's when I first got those pencils, so I thought, let's test them out on my Disney Princess book. But yeah, that was a mistake. They work wonderful in the other books, so yeah, they're not bad. I've got a love-hate relationship with them, but as you can see, for blending things into other colors, they're wonderful. Just because of the bright colors they have. So I probably will mix them in more often now that I know this. There was me hating on them in the beginning because of using them in the princess book. Like, I hate these. Those crumbs are awful. Until I used them on different paper, and I was like, yeah, they're actually pretty nice. As you can tell, you can see what they do. They're not horrible, and they you don't have to press them really hard to get color, and that's what I like. Pencils that lay down color easily. Probably a lot of you know that if you have a lot of hand problems, pain problems in your hands, or rheumatic kind of complaints, which I all have. I don't have rheuma, but I've got similar complaints with my hands and my wrists. They just sometimes hurt like hell. And yeah, so I have to be really careful that I don't put a lot of pressure on my pencils, or else it will hurt really badly. So that's why I color like this. And that's why I don't layer too much, even though Polychromos is supposed to be a layering pencil. I don't use them like that, as you can tell. You can use them in all kinds of ways. So maybe you will like it too. You can try it out if you like. No one is telling you how to color. Just do what you like. Okay, I think I forgot this coral bit, but I will fix that in a minute. First we're gonna finish the color on the fishies before I get more distracted. Yeah, my memory is not that well ever since I got ill. When this happened to me, I used to have a really good memory, like a photographic memory, but now it's just bad. I really have to write it down. But yeah, it works. Writing down is good enough. So, uh-oh, those were scales. Remove! Well, they don't remove entirely this one. So the Ohuhu pencil are more difficult to erase than the Polychromos. You learned something new. So be careful if you color next to a white area. But it's not terrible. It's okay. Yep. Next fish. They just blend nicely into themselves. It's just because I already have the other colors down, it's just like, you don't have to work for it to blend them out. It just automatically goes, well, you can see what it does. It's just like it automatically smooths itself out with the colors around it, which is really nice because that saves time and effort. Like, it's not a race, but it's nice if a pencil is easy to work with, and that's what they are, so that's good. That's really good. That's what I like. Next fish. I want to keep those highlights because they're really pretty on this fish. Let's keep those. Yeah, it's pretty. Just add a little bit. Because this one is much more in the foreground, just like these. I wanted more white areas because I color these way more, as you can see. I could have done the same, but yeah, sometimes you just don't. Doesn't matter. They're lovely anyway. And again with the scales. Oh no. Okay, just smoosh them together. Nobody will know. Happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say. I agree. Only happy accidents. We will just work with it. My grandma used to tell me, you should look at Bob Ross, when he was still on television. And I was like, who is Bob Ross? And then I looked at the television and I was like, I'm not sure if I like this. But yeah, once you get older, you know why she told you to watch him, because he was a master in what he did. But it's still not my cup of tea. I don't like landscapes. They're pretty, but not the kind of things that I like to make. Okay, I think that's all for the fish. Let's fix that one. So let's see. Which pencil did I use? I think it's one of the blues. I think it's this one. Okay, let's see. Prussian blue 246. Yeah, it's a little bit brighter, but that's okay. Let's remove this one. We're going to continue with that one in a sec. So we're going for Prussian blue 246 for the background. I'm not sure if I want to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it in all, the entirety in one color. I don't want to shade it. I want to keep it as flat as possible so that these babies are way prettier, that they really shine on the page. That's why I kept everything in the background like flat color, except for this part, of course. There's a gradient in that, but for everything else in the background I just put like a color down and then shaded it with another one on top. But like for instance, this one goes from darker to brighter blue, but I could have done that with this as well, but I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it would add something to this page because it's the background. It's supposed to not be an eye-catching feature. That's what these are supposed to be, especially this and that one. So yeah, dark blue it is. Let's go over it a few times. darken it up, smooth it out a little bit. But you can see how easy that goes. You don't have to press hard, you just have to go over, and done. See? Don't press hard. Just take your time. If it takes longer, it takes longer. Okay, next one. We're going back to the Red Violet 59 from Oh Hoo Hoo. That sounded funny. Oh hoo hoo. Okay, I want to combine this one with that one, which color is this? Let me check. It's probably small because it's in an extender. It is 133 magenta. I think I like this color. What do you think? It's so small. But yeah, in this way you can keep using them. So I'm gonna put that one back. Okay. This one is also wide enough for me to grip onto, but this part I don't really like holding, so I'm not sure. We will see. Will I put some dark there? I think I will, because right here I put some black down before I started coloring with the other ones. This is not black. Where's my black? It's also in an extender. It's also tiny, as you can see, and it has some damage. I think my cat liked this one a bit too much. She likes to eat pencil points, I found out. So now I have to take care of my pencils when I go away from my desk. So yeah, that's something new. My old cat never used to do that. And there is junk on my page. I don't like junk on my page. Okay, done. Yeah, we're gonna shade this part, the dotted bit. Only there, just a slight layer, not like black, just slowly adding a little bit, so that the next color on top will be a lot darker. So if it's first was like this and you put this underneath, it will become a different color. It will be less bright, but that's what I want. So but this is different paper than this, so it will always look different. So always test it on the paper you want it in, because every paper responds differently. So sometimes it's good to just go to the back of your book. You know, it's empty. Sometimes this page is not empty, the back part, but this part is mostly what you get, and there's always a back part. Or just test it to the side here. Test your medium, you know, test it. Whatever you like using, test it out before you ruin a page. That's what I do, at least, most of the times. Not with this, because I've got all swatch cards inside my pencil cases. So I usually just use those. And then I test them out on a paper to the side. But this is canvas, Kansas. No, it is Canson marker paper or something like that. Or it's really thick. No, not really, but it is thicker than most paper. It's marker paper. So yeah, but it's really smooth paper. So this is not comparable with this, because this is tooth and this is not. This is more like most coloring books. That's why I use them to test things out. So I know at least the color shade. It doesn't mean it goes down well in the coloring book, but at least I know that the shade is correct. Because if you have darker paper, the shade of your pencil will also be different. So yeah, test them out, people. Test them. Don't just go in and think like, oh, this is pretty. No, because sometimes it's not the same color on your page. And that's not what you want. That would be a shame. I also see a lot of people just start like doing just one element, and then they come back to the page and they don't know what colors they used, for instance. That's why I do everywhere on the page. If I take a color, I do it everywhere, so that you don't have that problem. But yeah, sometimes you might not have as much time as I do. So I've got a lot of time because I'm at home every single day. I do not color all day, but I color probably about an hour to 2 hours a day, if I can. Not every day, but most days. At least I do now. I used to do it a lot more, but these days it's 2 hours a day, roughly. But yeah, you can do a lot in 2 hours. You just have to be a little bit smarter about how you tackle a page. Okay, I like that. That's enough. So that was the black. 199, I believe, what black is for Faber-Castell. But it doesn't matter. It can be any black, as long as it is not too black. That's and otherwise you can use a dark blue, like Prussian blue or something like that, or indigo blue, dark indigo blue, whatever you have. I'm not going to put this ohu on that one because I want that one on the outer side, because I want it from dark to light, just like I went from dark to light. So this part is actually also that part. So I don't want it too dark, see? Because this is where that part ends. At least that's what I like to believe. Maybe this is the yellow part, but I don't know. Because there's also in between parts, see? So maybe it is not. Maybe I should do that yellow, but I don't think I want to, because I want to be the focus to be on the top and not on the bottom part. So let's take the darker one first, the magenta. I'm not sure which number this was. I'm not gonna take it out. We're just gonna roll with it. Magenta from Faber-Castell. But yeah, now you can see I barely do anything. And see how dark it already is? Like literally, just like that. Well, not even doing anything. And it's also not the same color as we had here. Like see, it's different because the black is underneath. And there's a scratch from my cat probably, because see, it stays light. Probably my cat's nail. Well, yeah, it is what it is. It happens all the time on every single one of my pages. I just do like this. Hopefully it will cover it up. Yep, it did. Okay. But as you can tell, it automatically makes it darker because I put it down. And because there was already printed dots here, like that shading that the print of the artwork had, it also has a gradient inside of there. That's why I don't worry about multiple colors in this part, because it does it all by itself. Just because of the fact what it was printed underneath, which is lovely. As you can tell, this is a bit hard for my hand, but it's just a tiny part of the picture, luckily. Yeah. That hurts a bit too much. Okay. Let's have a little break. These bits, I think I want them in one of these shades. I think the two lightest ones, the bluish and the mint. I think I want on these. I'm not sure yet, but I think that's nice, so that they don't pop too much. And her, I'm not sure yet. I think I want her dress, I think the top pink and the bottom purple, I think. And her shoes, I don't know yet. Maybe pink as well, or yellow now. I think that yellow will be too much. Her hair will be yellow. I think maybe a dark purple with a bit of pink, maybe. I'm not sure yet. We will see. Let's first finish the jellyfish. My phone is not dying, I hope. No, we're still going. Okay. This is a good test. How long can I record before my phone dies? Hopefully I can just film the entirety. If not, we will see. Lovely. Yep, next. You see how dark it is, but without being black? So pretty. That's what I wanted. And now you don't have to work so hard, you know, because you already put a dark color down and you blend it with the one on top. And because this is also really dark by itself, but even then, it's not that dark, you see? This is way warmer. Now it's muted. And that's exactly what I was going for, because I want this to pop. So this should be more muted. And when I go to the outside, I want it a bit more bright again, like those fish tails. That would be pretty, and that links it back to everything else on the page. So that you don't get a mismatch of colors all around the page. Because yes, there are a lot of colors on this page, but they mix and match well because you spread them around on the page. So it works together. That's why I like coloring all around the page and not just on a single spot and finish it. When I start out, I usually lay down like really light layers, like just like this, really light. And I do that on every single part of the page to see if I like the colors, because if you don't like it, you can just erase it with an eraser and start over. That way you don't have to think halfway through your picture like, do I actually want this? Oh, this is ugly. And then you can't remove it anymore and you have to stick with it. That's my way of going about it, usually. If I'm not sure, especially in pages like these, when there's a lot going on, sometimes you have to, well, you have to go with it, you know, whatever happens, happens. And then sometimes it's too late to change something. So that's why I try to at least pinpoint which color should go where before I go in and make it like this, you know, all nicely shaded and colored in. Saves a lot of trouble and a lot of thinking as well. I still think during picking out colors, as you can see, and sometimes I had colors picked which I don't like while actually working on the page, so I just remove them from the color palette. That happens too. Or I add on one. I add one. That also happens. Not often, but usually it doesn't happen. Okay, that's good enough. Now I also want this exact shade on the really bottom part. So probably this, because this is the shading part, and perhaps here a little bit, and this part. I think. I'm not sure if I have to go even further than that, but we will see. Let's start with this. Let's go with the black. The 199 Faber-Castell Polychromos black. A little bit darker than we did there, because I want to be, I want it down, well, I want it really dark on the bottom so that it blends in with the background a little bit. Since this is going off the page, that is really nice. And then for this part, we do it lighter, like we did over there, because I don't want it too black. And we take it a little bit to the side and a little bit on this side, and we want to keep this part white so that it pops, otherwise it disappears in the background. So not too much. Do I want this part as well? I think so, just a tiny bit, not too much. And a little bit like this. Okay, next. So this part should be done as well. This one is also on the bottom. A little bit darker there. A little bit more. Yeah. And the same with this one. This one should also be a lot darker than the other parts. And again, the white highlight. Keep it. Keep it. Don't color it entirely. Like there is some color here, but that's fine because it's not on top. On top you want it like bright white. Okay. A little bit there because that's also in the shadow. And underneath the fish a little bit. And on this one as well. And then I want it to stop. And a little bit there and a little bit there. Just on the insides. And that's it. No more. And this is also really on the inside. More or not. Yeah, maybe underneath the tail a little bit. Just a tiny bit more. Like that. Yep. Okay, no more. That's enough. And then we go back to the magenta from Faber-Castell Polychromos. And we're going to do the same as with the jellyfish. Just go over it again. Just go over it multiple times and then you can see the lovely shade coming again. Not too much pressure and just keep going. Go over it and over it and over it. Don't go. Just slowly work it. Just go over it like this. And even if you have to go over it like 20 times like this, just keep going. Keep going. See? The more you go, the darker it gets. Easy. Or just do like that and keep rotating your page. Whatever is more comfortable. I do both, as you can see. Whatever fits the the shape. As you can see, this one has a lot more less dimension than this, but that's what I do to attract the attention, like upwards instead of down. I don't want the attention on this part because the fish should pop out. Otherwise, if I make this too interesting, the fish will disappear. I don't want that. I don't want my tiny little fish to disappear. I love that fish. I don't know why. I just love it. Okay. Gorgeous. That's how much of a difference you can make with putting another pencil underneath. This doesn't work like some pencil that you can really blend colors into each other. It does work a little, as you can see, but it doesn't really blend. It's more like a layering process. So if you add blue and red, for instance, it doesn't really become a purple immediately. So you have to be careful with that. Similar shades, it's just fine, but if it's too different, then yeah, it needs a lot more layers to get the same effect. So you really have to work. You have to work for the same effect that you can get with other pencils. But yeah, I like these pencils, so, and I'm used to them. That's probably also one of the reasons why I don't really mind having to quote unquote work for them to work. They don't feel like work to me because I use them in this way. They probably will be a lot more difficult for beginners, but don't hesitate to try them. And maybe you only have access to Prismacolors. That is also fine. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you have works. Just whatever you can afford. But I love my Prismacolors. I used to also have the Lyra, the Rembrandt Lyra Polycolor. I still have them, but I'm giving them to my sister because I'm always grabbing my polychromos instead of my Lyra. So I decided to give them to her because she also likes coloring. So she can actually use them. So that she doesn't have to buy it. That would be a waste. Okay, a little bit there. As you can tell, I'm not putting a page underneath my hand. So sometimes this whole side of my hand is dirty. This time it's okay, but that's because I haven't layered too much. If you put layer onto layer onto layer, this becomes really dirty. And then on both sides, because I'm doing like with my hands. It's just a mess. Then I really have to wash them. Sometimes even in between when I'm still working on a page. It's just funny. It becomes really messy. But yeah, that's just part of it. I should put more of the red pencil behind the fish, because if I use the Ohuhu purple, it's the same as the fish, so it won't stand out anymore. It already blends in a little bit with this, but I hope to prevent it from vanishing by using too much purple next to it. That would be a shame. Maybe I'm not even putting purple in this part of the tail, just in here, just to avoid it altogether, because it would be a waste. It would be really a shame if I just made them disappear. I don't want them to disappear. Then all that work would be for nothing. That would be a shame. Let's see. Just keep going. See when I want to stop with this color. I think I'm just gonna go all the way. Probably. See, there's no black, and immediately this looks more like a mulberry, reddish pink, purple, and this is more like a purple pink. This is more reddish. It's strange. Well, not strange, but it's funny how colors react to whatever is underneath. I like it. Let's make that a lot darker. Look how vivid that dark is when you really press. Like, oh yeah. Let's do it a little bit there and there. Make it pop even more. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's exactly what we want. Don't be afraid. This is scary for most people, I assume. So go for it. Try it out. Yeah, okay, I think it's time to go for the purple. And we'll start on this part, because I don't want to go down too soon. You see, if I put that down there, it's gonna be gone fish. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep it in the middle section, and we're just gonna find another in-between color. Probably another purple. Less in your face than this one, because I love this one. But it's too much. I don't want to lose my fish. So yeah, I have to think about what I'm gonna do next. Down there. Just look at that. Gorgeous. Yeah, that's as close as I'm probably gonna get. I'm gonna do this one. Like that. And then I need to take another color, because this is cutting it to that fish. So this layer is the last one that I do with the purple. And then I'm gonna have to switch to something else. Gonna put some there. A little bit on the inside here. Remove the highlights. A little bit. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I don't like that highlight there. Gone. Okay. A little bit there. Gorgeous. Yeah. No more. It's enough. Stop using it. Okay. And I have this one. That's the muted one. I think that should be fine. Yeah. I hope so. Let's try it out. It is Crimson 134 Polychromos. I'm gonna try it out here. I don't want to use it next to my fish and ruin the page. Yeah, it's muted enough. I think I'm gonna be good. I think I'm gonna be safe. Yeah. Let's try it out next to the fish. Why do I worry about such a tiny element on the entire page, you know? It's funny. It's just a fish. But yeah, I think we all have those moments that we love an element and then we just hold ourselves back like, no, I can't do that. Well, you can, but maybe you won't like the result. But you certainly can. Just do it. got this. That's what I keep telling myself. Just go for it. If you don't do it, you will never know. You learn by just trying it out. You don't learn by just looking at a page thinking, how pretty is this, and not touching it. So yeah, sometimes that's really scary, but that is actually the way to go. And if you're really scared to ruin your book, you can always buy 2 copies. Use one to practice, and then later on you can try the other one if you think you can do it better. Or you just keep it white and pretty in your closet. I don't do that because I don't, even if I ruin a page, no, I'm not gonna buy 2. I'll just roll with it and just keep it in there. It's one of the happy accidents, as I would say. Yeah, I like this. This is done. I'm not gonna do any more on it. Then I'm first gonna do the shells before I'm starting on the girl. Or should I do the purple first? No. I also need to do that in purple. Okay. Do I want this one? Or yeah, I want this one. And then the Ohu on the sides. Really bright purple on the side. Or maybe I'm just gonna do it all in this. I'm not sure yet. Let's just first do this part. You can always... Oh, that's that tentacle thing. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Let's blend it in a little bit. Like, oh no! When you realize it's the tentacle. Or whatever it is. I'm not sure what it is. I call them tentacles. Tendrils? That's what they call tendrils? Who cares? Lines. Ropes. I don't want these shaded and 3-dimensional. I just want them flat color, just like the back. Make them disappear out of your view. These are not the important parts you want to see. You don't need to shade everything, you know. It's already busy enough on the page. Sometimes you just want to keep it simple. That's what I'm doing right here. Keeping it simple. One color at a time. I'm going over it because I think it's too much. Otherwise, it's not the same as that part. I want it to have the same look. So I just gone. So yeah, I didn't miss the line. I just did it on purpose. Okay. Yep. We're also gonna color this. I'm going for it. No going back. We're going. Oh boy. I hope I'm gonna like it. Why not? I like these parts, so why not this? If I'm doing it the same way. At least that's what I think I am doing. Yeah, and then some of the Ohuhu purple, red violet, 59. It's stupid. Why they call it red violet? It's just violet, people. Come on. Why is it red violet? To make me confused. Yeah, I don't understand these names from Ohuhu. Really don't. They don't make sense. At least it's called violet, I guess. Yeah. Next up is the fuchsia magenta. Magenta 125, I think. Is it? No, this is not magenta. This is something else. Yeah, okay. This is not the color I want, I think. Is it? Let's try it. Yeah, this is the color I want. I'm not sure which one it is. Let me check. I just looked. Purple, middle purple pink. 125. Yeah, it's not magenta and it's also not fuchsia. I'm going to use that on the top. Yeah. Okay, next. Fuchsia 125. That's the one I wanted. See? Like gone with highlight. Gone. Oops. No, that's what I wanted. It's not an oops. That was intentional. Okay. I don't want that either. Yeah, I want it like this. Not too bright. I want her shirt to be brighter. And that one, I want the Oh pink 71. That beautiful pink. I want it on the shirt. I'm going for it. Oh yeah. And then a little bit there. Da 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 da. Oh, and the shoes as well. Let's go for it. Who cares? Shoes as well. Yes. Done. We go back to fuchsia, I think. Yeah, we do. We're just going for it. It's gonna be a little bit dark, but be careful not to ruin it. Yep. Something like that. Don't want it too bright. And on the shoes. Those are ribbons. Oh no. We forgot the ribbons. Let's do those as well in the same color. Let's go back with the oh pink. Okay. Then I want to improve her skin tone a little bit. Dark Flash 130. She's really light colored. I think she's colored with the Light Flash 132. It's really light. Barely any color. So let's go over it. See? Almost no color. Immediately she has color. So pale. Don't want to do too much because she is tiny. These are the shades parts. Okay, done. No more. Then I want some yellow in her hair. It is Naples Yellow 185. Really yellow. That's like the same one as I used there. Do I want it all yellow? I do. Yes, I do. Okay, and a little bit of orange, the light one. Cadmium orange, 111. Stop rolling pencil. Thank you. You bunch into a bunch of, you bump into them and then they just start rolling back and forth. So annoying. Like, just keep still, please. Just a tiny bit on the edges. Just a tiny bit. Yep, no more. And I want to keep this just white, I think. Just to keep her a little bit. Because otherwise she's going to be too, like, blah, gone. You don't see the difference between the dress and everything else. Okay, then we've got these things left. And I wanted them in those turquoisey colors. Let me see. Is it this one? We're gonna test them out. I think it were these pencils. Let's put those to the sides because we're done with the pinks. Let's test them out. That one is there. That one is the next one, I think. Yeah, check. And this is the lightest one. Yes. And this is the darkest one. Yes. Okay, that one we don't want, I think. But we're gonna keep it anyway. So we've got 4 pencils. They're all Faber-Castell. This is something with turquoise. I don't know why, because the name is gone. 154. It's literally this long. Like this. It's literally like, see? I love this one too. I've got more of those. It's lovely. Okay, so we're gonna shade the tops of the shells, clams, whatever they are. And then we're gonna go back in with another color. I want to keep the edges white for now. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. This is the bottom bit, this top bit. So I'm gonna put this light color on the right sides. So on this side, this one, and that one, or this one. This one is also in the shade. It's also on the side, but it's a difficult one. Probably this one, not the other one. Let's just first do that base layer. I'm going to keep that white too. I'm not sure which color that's going to be, but we will see. Just going to take it one step at a time. This one should be the light one. Okay, next. As you can see, I'm just going over it quickly. I'm not taking my time because it's just an undercoat. And maybe I will go over it with the same color in a while, but I'm not sure yet because I want to keep the contrast with the background, and therefore I don't want to go into that dark one because I'm afraid it will just disappear. So let's not do that. I think I want to keep it to the lightest 3. And this one is a tricky one. I think I'm only going to do the top bit and keep that uncolored, because I'm not sure if I want to make it like 50-50, because it doesn't really have a back or a front. Maybe it does, but I can't see it. Okay, that's that one. Then we're gonna take that one, which is yeah, light phthalo green, 162. Phthalo, yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult name. A lot of H's and P's and T's and God knows what. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this part, but not all of it, just like 1/3 of it. Like from here on out, a bit to the side like this. See, it becomes a totally different color than when I'm just doing it like this. See, it's more green and then becomes more like a mix. It's beautiful. Like that. And if I want to go darker, I will go darker later. And this side I am going to do all the way like there. Just like that. That's it. And then I'll do the same on this one, but just on the bottom side, because I don't know exactly what I want with that one. Maybe I want it all the way, but I can always go back in. Oh, I missed a part. Okay. I'm back to the potato, whatever, the green, the mint green. I'm calling it. It's not called that way, but I'm calling it that because I can't pronounce it. What? Spooky. Met is een schat. Oh, echt waar. She's meowing. So cute. I'm not sure what she wants. She's probably gonna jump up. Let's hope not. Uh-oh. Yeah, she's going for it. Okay. Not yet. Okay, I'm now gonna take the next one in line for the other side. I'm not sure if I'm making the right decision on that. Hi, lieverd. Doe maar even doorlopen. Goed zo. That's Spooky again. Not on the page. Nope. Nee. Nee. Ga maar liggen. Liggen. Ja, goed zo. No. Daar. Niet op mama's tekening. Thank you. Okay. She always wants to lay down on the colored part. Not this. Like there is a whole nother page, you know. Go and lay there. But no, 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 mommy. I want to lay here. They just know it. I swear, they know it. Yeah, this is like a different shade, you see? It's more greenish. Because this part, I did this one plus a more bluish tone. So it becomes more like the in-between of this. Because you don't really have that kind of shade in between in the old polychromos. So you have to really layer with a different color. But now it stands out. Otherwise it wouldn't have stand out. Then it would have just been like, gone, shell. Gone. This is pretty. Yeah, this is very pretty. Okay. I don't want to like go over it a million times. I just want it to have a color. I don't care if it's completely blended and blah blah blah. I'm not after that. But it's a bit too light compared to that one, so I have to go over it again. But I'm first going to do the other parts as well, so that they all have a color, just to see how I feel about it. If I want more, or if I wanted to add a different shade into it, to add some definition. I am not sure yet. So I'm just taking it one step at a time. I don't know. Let's just first do everything with one layer and then we will have a look. Okay, back to that one. I can feel the difference. I don't want to color the bubbles. I will in the end, but not yet. But I won't give it much color, just a tiny little bit. I like it without much color. Okay, next one. Yep, another layer. You can see those tiny scratches. That's what my cat does. I'm not sure if you can, but I also got them here. Ah, that's such a shame. Let's try to fix that. Yeah, okay, I covered it roughly. Not entirely, but most of it is gone. Let's also color this part. Why on earth did I not color that? That's the most important part. Sometimes, huh? I'm not sure what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, this is better. Okay. Ja, doorlopen erbij. Thank you. A little bit further. Nobody needs to see your tail. Kom maar liggen, schat. Ja. Doe maar, Bibi. Doe maar liggen. Nee, niet op mama's tekening. Goed zo. As close as possible. It's okay. She can lie there as long as she's not laying on top of the picture. We're all good. Let's see if you can still see everything. Yeah, you can see everything. Just her ear. Yeah? Yeah, Spooky. Yeah, baby. Good job. She just wants to be close. Usually she lays like there, and then I can call it there, and then later she lays there and I can call it there. It's not really handy, but if I want to show the entire picture, you cannot do that. No, you can't lay on mommy's picture. No. No. Nee. Nee, Spooky. Nee. Gewoon lekker liggen. Yeah. It's difficult to have a cat. Yeah, move along, please. Thank you. She's a sweetheart. She's really sweet, but yeah, sometimes she just wants to be close. But I think that was enough. I think she accepted the fact that I'm coloring. We will see. I think it's because I'm talking into nothing that she's like, why are you still talking, Mommy? What are you doing? I'm talking a lot during the day with my sister, but then somebody is talking back. So I think she's like, what are you doing? Just curious, you know? She will get used to it. I hope. So I don't have to pause all the time. Yeah, see? Now it's much better. I don't like this part though. A little bit darker. Well, a little bit more. Something like that. And this one. Yeah, I'm not going to do much more than this. I think this is fine. I'm not sure if I even want to color the, what is it, a diamond shape? I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I think I will color it, but I'm not sure which color. Okay, this is enough, because we also got these, whatever it is, metal bits, I assume. I'm not sure. Because these are the tendrils with which they are hanging onto the jellyfish. I want to make these big ones really dark, but the small ones and this, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of yellow in it, into the diamond shape, which is 185 Naples yellow. It's not really that light, but it's the same one. I don't want to switch, and only on the bottom part, not that part. Just like this, half of it, roughly, like this. No more. Just to give it a little bit of color, not too much. like that. And there's another one there. Yeah, and I think I'm also going to do that for the handles. Do the same, not too much, and a little bit on the outside. Just keep most of it on card. I don't want it too in your face. We'll keep most of it uncolored. Yeah. Okay, and a little bit on the tendril. Just do on the big ones. Just a tiny bit. Yeah. I'll still need to color that part, but that's not important. Okay, the Ohuhu Red Violet 59 for the jellyfish. Let's finish that part up. Yeah, I like it like this. Gives it a little bit more, less plain than with just those two muted colors. I like the difference. It's not really that special, but it works, you know. Yeah, not everything needs to be like, oh, nice gradients. No, it's not necessary to make it pretty. Even if you would color everything flat like this, it can still look good. It's mostly the combination, you know, which colors you put next to each other. Because now my fish still works, you see? Yeah. And these ones I don't want to make them this, because then it's all of it is the same. So we're not going to do that. And I don't want them to really be that visible anymore when I'm done. So I'm probably going for blues instead of greens, because green is the background. So I want to use more like a blue. So probably this one, either one of these, and this one probably. And I want to keep them really dark. So I'm also going over the yellow, but let's test them out to show them what kind of shades they are. Look, that's a really bright one, so that's probably going there. Then we've got this is more like a muted tone. Then we've got more dark. Yeah, that's perfect. It's already picked out on forehand because I used them on the background. Let's see, it's a nice color range. You could even leave this one out and just go 1, 2, 3, you know, if it's too much, because some are longer than others. So I probably will leave this one out, which is that one. So I'm gonna just lay them down in order. I'm gonna remove all of these. I'm just gonna put them in my cup so they're out of the way, because we won't be needing those. Well, maybe later, but not now. Okay, let's go with the blues. I want to sharpen this one because it's not sharp enough for the tiny bits. And the same with this one, also sharpen it quickly, because that's probably not nice to hear. Okay, done. No more sharpening. Okay, Faber-Castell Polychromos bluish turquoise, blush turquoise. I don't know. 149. Why do they have such weird names? Those Germans don't know what they're talking about. I've got no idea why they call it like that. Okay, we're gonna start on this side. Nice blue. Let's see. There's a nice contrast immediately, and that's what I wanted. But here's more blue, so I want to go darker on that side. But see how nice? A bit greenish now, because there's yellow. That's okay. That's what I wanted. But only on those pops. I don't want to color the entire thing. So I'm just going like this, probably. No more. That's it. And the same with this one. Just a bit. Not all of it. And the same with that one. Some I go further than others, but it really depends what seems nice. Sometimes it's just whatever feels good what I'm doing. I might darken that one up because this one is in front, so I have to keep this one lighter, because otherwise it won't show. This is a waste. Let's try to remove it a little bit. Yeah, just a tiny bit. I don't want to remove the background. Okay, saved. This one I want to keep light, so I don't want to go too much over the yellow. Yeah, perfect. That one should be darker, so I'm not going to touch that one. It's all the way in the background, so I don't want to be light on that one. This one I do. All of a sudden it changes the whole picture just because you put in this color on these parts. I could have chosen the same colors as the jellyfish, but then they wouldn't stand out. I wanted them to stand out. Same with that one. I want to keep it lighter, so I'm not going over everything. I'm going to keep that highlight. I'm going to swirl softly over the green, and then darker on the other side like this. See? That one like that, not too much. Same with this one, because it's going behind the fish. I want it darker. Okay, next we're going to skip this one because that's the muted one. I don't want that one, so we're going to go for this one. Nice blue. It is called Indian Treen Blue 247. Whoever comes up with these names, it's impressive. I usually just look at the numbers on the end, but I know that people like hearing the name. Not that I know how to pronounce it, but I'll try. See, it's a lot darker. That's what I want, because then everything else comes to life. All of a sudden you see all the shapes around it much better. That's why I want to keep those light. Look at that. Gorgeous. This one goes really dark on the back. No, I'm not going to shade that one, because otherwise you can't see that they're crossing. Oh shoot. That happens sometimes when you're using a dark color. You just color over a light part, but you can always erase it a little bit. And even if not, like, you can still see it, but it's not noticeable. It's fine. I'll live with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nice. And now we do want this one to be darker, but just the bottom part, so that it still shows. See? Otherwise you won't see that these ones are coming on front. Some people would say, no, you want to do those darker. And yes, they've got a point, and I did that over there, but Sometimes I make choices that it should be the other way around, but hey, it's okay. That's also why I leave some highlights, so you can see that one is going on top of the other. Otherwise she wouldn't have known. Gorgeous. This one is a bit hard. I'm gonna turn it. Sorry people. I'm gonna turn the book. You're gonna see it sideways for a little bit. Because I'm not gonna put my wrist in pain. Because I can't color it that way. Too bad. I will turn it back once I've done this one. Let's see, and this one. There are more on this side. Well, let's color all of them before I move it back. There's another one here. And another one here. This one needs darker because it's really dark on the back. So I'm gonna have to wait with that one. And the same with this, it's also really dark. That one has to wait as well. Okay, let's turn it back. Oh. Let's see if we're in screen. Yes, we are perfectly in screen. Okay, let's do these. Usually I would just turn it whatever way, but I want you to see what I'm doing. But that was too complicated. If I do like the, oh, you heard that? It was like knack. That's exactly why I turned my page. I don't want to injure myself. And if you are alright, you could see it. It's not like I moved out of the picture frame. At least I hope so. I will limit it to a minimum, the turning. I'm going to keep that highlight because otherwise it won't show. Same with this one and that one, you see. This one I didn't do it because it's in the back. I probably am going to remove this as well. So it is not important for it to be seen. So I can just color it like this. And this one I do want a little bit darker. Doesn't have to really pop. I'm wondering what this is. Is that fish? Or is that the shell? I'm just going to leave it. Nobody's going to see that. Nobody cares. Okay. Just a few more. We're almost there, people. Almost. Just some bubbles and some wires. Tendrils. Wings. No, not wings. Swings. Swings. Yeah. I like that word. Swings. That's not what they're called, but I'm calling them a swing. It's a swing. That one should also be really dark, so I'm not gonna do that one either. And this one should also be really dark. But that one I do want to pop out a little bit because of the fish. Okay. Next color, the darkest one. And then we call it quits on the tendrils. But it looks really nice like this. I love it. It's, oh, other way around, Pauline. Dark indigo, 157. I almost put it in the wrong way. Okay, now I'm gonna do this one like this. This one is not too high, so I should be able to move my wrist in the right direction. Maybe it even needs black, but I don't want black. We're just gonna roll with it. Too bad. If it's not dark enough, then so be it. I like it anyway. No, this is fine. This is not ugly. This is fine. See? We can still... It needs to be like whoop, gone. I want it to like show up that it's coming out of somewhere, you know? That's the whole idea. Why I want it so dark on the sides. That connects the background with the foreground, so to speak. That's what I want. I don't want it too bright, like that one I'm keep bright, but that one is on the back, so I don't want it like completely white. So I just do like a light layer like this. so it's not that noticeable. The same with this one. This one can show up because it's more like, it's also in the back but less. This one is from the front, so this one keeps the highlight. This one we're going to do the same as that one, like this, just slightly like that, and that we can just keep. And this one we're going to do all the way with a highlight. And yes, it has colors all over it. It doesn't matter. You won't even notice it when it's done. You will see this and that and that, and not those tiny like happenings all over the page. They're everywhere, believe me, they're everywhere. But I will not notice them once it's done. Like, then I have to do like this with my face on the screen. Nobody does that. At least I hope not. Maybe if you're doing like ooh, then maybe yes. Oh, look at that. I missed that part as well. Let's call it out as well. That's what I mean. Sometimes you miss something and you don't even notice until you're coloring next to it. Perfect. I don't want this one either, the highlight. So we do the same as that one. Color lightly over it. So it does show, but not too much. This one I do want to keep, but it's already slightly colored. So we're just gonna do that one. And keep the inner one. Yeah, I think I like this. I don't like this part. Let's just do like that, a little bit lighter. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so then this part is done. Now we need the bubbles. And for the bubbles, I'm gonna pick that pink color, which is the oh pink, and I'm just gonna color a little bit, and maybe I'm gonna add in some purple as well, but I'm not sure yet. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit on the left, like this, just like a half moon. That's it, no more. And the lighter ones I'm just gonna do, that's it. Keep most of it white. I'm not gonna do all those, oh, you need to make bubbles with thousands of colors. I'm not doing that, because that will just distract from everything else. That's not the main feature. The main feature is her and the fish and the jelly, not everything else. I don't want to draw the attention. If it was like the main image, like right here, then yes, of course I would do the whole rainbow, but it's not. So no. Then I would consider it at least, but no, I probably wouldn't do it either. I would probably limit myself. Just some colors. Sometimes it's not necessary to use the entire rainbow. And it's not necessary if there's like slight smudging from the background colors. Just leave it. That just makes it like it's more in the background. Doesn't matter that others are perfectly white and others are not. Like sometimes I would do like the pink of the fish behind it, so you can see it's, you can look through it. And here I would do some yellow of the scales, but I'm not gonna bother because I like this look. Usually I would, but in this case, no. There's already too much going on, so I rather avoid it altogether and just do like the same on all of them. Because as you can see, I'm still missing some, you know, like, oh yeah, there's another one and another one. This is also cute now, you know. Doesn't have to be the same on every single page. This is why I like these mythographic books, because you can use the entire rainbow and it looks perfectly fine. You just have to pick what you like most, and that's where you put all the lovely colors. And in the background you just keep it roughly the same, and then it will pop like this. It's pretty. That's what I like to do. Okay, I think I've had all of them. Let's check. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a different color. I'm probably gonna take I think this one. So that is probably, I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay, that is Fuchsia 123. The beautiful Fuchsia. It's a bit dark, so be careful if you do this. I'm gonna do that on the outer edge, just like this. Just tiny bit, and I'm gonna do like that. Not too much, just a tiny bit. It's a bit harsh, so I'm gonna put it a little bit further. All of a sudden it looks like a bubble. That's all it takes. Light on the inside and a little bit darker on the outside, but they're too small for some of them to even show up. Normally I would do a lot more, but you barely can do that on these small ones. So then less is more if you have these kind of bubbles. Some of them don't even need it, because it won't even show. Like that one. I do it anyway, but they don't need it. And as you can see, I don't go all the way to the edge. See, I leave a light white edge in between the line work and the bubble itself. Otherwise, it's just like gone. The whole thing is gone. You could do like all the way to the edge, but then you've got to shade way more to get the same effect. This is like the in-between way. So I would say. Normally I would put in all the colors of the page, like the green, the yellow. So the yellow would go like a small highlight, and then the green, and then, you know, all of it. And then I end with blue on the outside. But that would be too much for this. Way too much. This is more than enough, as you can see. It looks colored, you know, but it's barely anything. And that's good. And that's my belly. I think I need to eat soon. It's getting, I think it's almost dinner time. I'm not sure. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, it's almost dinner time. Okay. Well, I think I'm done. That's perfect. Well, then I'm gonna sign it. Well, no, I'm first gonna erase all those smudges on the edge with my eraser like this. It's annoying me. You see, I'm not sure if you can see it, but look, it's just dirty. I'm just gonna do it like that. Use the side of the eraser like that, and then only on the edge. Roughly, doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want all the smudges visible. And a little bit on this one. This side is also really smudgy. Okay. And that's done. Okay, let's date it. Let's use that nice pink. What date is it today? It is the 12th of May 2025. So that's what I'm gonna write down on the edge. And then we call it done. So then we're gonna end this video, and I'm gonna say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and maybe until next time. Bye bye.